Hi, my name is Haley Vasquez, and this is for the Professional Dispositions activity. When I think about what makes a successful teacher, I believe it's not just about what you are planning or what you know. I think it's more about personal and professional dispositions that you bring every day to a classroom. For me, one of my strongest dispositions that I possess is empathy. I strive to understand where my students are coming from academically, emotionally, and socially. This helps me build strong relationships with them, which in turn creates a safe and successful learning environment. I feel it's important for every student of mine to feel safe and want to be at school and excited to learn. I think a great support system at school is what every student needs. I also bring a strong sense of patience and perseverance. Every student learns differently, and some days are harder than others, but my commitment to never giving up on a student, no matter the challenge, is what keeps me committed and wanting to show up to work. Lastly, I bring a strong sense of resilience and commitment to my work. Teaching is not a 9-to-5 job. There are going to be those work emails that you have to answer. There's going to be that student that is struggling and needs help in the homework. There's going to be showing up to work early just to get some extra prep done. And it is an emotionally challenging and demanding job. There are some behaviors that could pop up. There is some curriculum changes that you could deal with, or even time strengths that maybe not on your side. But I do take pride in showing up every day with this positive attitude and ready to give my best and never give up on a student. That kind of perseverance is essential in this field. With that being said, there are dispositions I'm actively working on to strengthen. One is adaptability, especially when dealing with unexpected changes, new technologies, or shifting learning standards. While I do my best, I do recognize I need to become more flexible and open to change without feeling overwhelmed. I'm also working on my assertiveness, being more confident in advocating for my students and myself in professional settings. This year, a big focus of mine is to slow down and really ensure my students are understanding the lessons and activities and not to become frustrated if they're not understanding the material right away. I tend to get really overwhelmed when I cannot finish a lesson or when I'm spending extra time explaining something that I've explained multiple times. Instead of feeling that overwhelmingness, I need to change it and maybe teach it a different way. That way students can have a different view of what they're learning, because every student does learn in their own way, and I need to focus on being able to educate in those different ways no matter what. To me, a professional educator goes beyond the classroom. A professional educator models positive behavior, stays current with practices, and I think maintains a growth mindset. They collaborate well with colleagues, they respect diversity, and they commit to all aspects of teaching and learning. It is important as an educator to set an example for all students to follow inside and outside the classroom. Professional educators are guided by standards that emphasize things like learning development, instructional strategies, and professional responsibility. Knowing your students and their capabilities help guide you through your standards. I ultimately think that being a teacher means being a lifelong learner. You're going to have those days where you thought, what if I did this, or this went really well? But it's all about growing alongside your students and striving to be a better person, be a better teacher, and having that purpose. I think teaching is so much more than delivering information. It's a profession built on relationships, reflection, and strong foundation of personal and professional dispositions. And over time, I've come to understand how the attitudes and values that I bring every day into a classroom really shape the experiences and the learning outcomes of my students. And that is all. Thank you.